So it looks like the WBC has ordered Adonis Superman Steven to face none other than Badou Jack. I think this is great news. The fight isn't official. The only way this fight won't happen would be if Adonis Stevenson decides to vacate his belt. But I don't think he would, because Adonis Stevenson right now is at the end of his career, and he needs that big payday. And I think the biggest payday besides the Kovalev fight would be him against Badou Jack. I say this is a good fight because Adonis Stevenson has been fighting guys that no one really cares about. You know, these low level guys. I used to have a lot of I used to like Adonis Stevenson's fighting style when he was first on the come up, like when he fought Chad Dawson and guys like Tavarius Cloud, even when he knocked out Tony Bellew. But he seemed to like go from like a very high point in his career to a very low point. He went from fighting guys like I said, Chad Dawson and Tony Bellew, to just fighting these low level guys like Tommy Carpensi and that other dude that I forgot. So that's like been the majority of criticism that I have given Adonis Stevenson, and many other channels have given Adonis Stevenson, is the fact that he has been fighting these low level guys and he hasn't defended his belt against that Alivio Arias guy that was supposed to be his mandatory. So again, if he actually doesn't vacate the belt and if he actually does defend his belt against Badou Jack, this will be his first live opponent and good fight and good challenge in years. I mean, when is the last time Adonis Stevenson fought someone and you thought to yourself, oh, this is a 50-50 fight? Normally it's, oh, Stevenson's going to win because, like I said, the guys he fights aren't in his level. But this is like the first time in years that it's like, okay, it's a 50-50 fight. And I do truly think it's a 50-50 fight. But I'm actually favoring Badou Jack. Adonis Stevenson is like 40 years old at this point. Badou Jack is not necessarily young himself. He's like 34, but he is more younger than Adonis Stevenson. And I think Badou Jack has been improving as a fighter. When I first saw Badou Jack, I thought he was, a decent fighter. He seemed to do everything like the basics well, but I never was overly impressed with Badou Jack. But I think especially last year was like his best year. I thought he looked phenomenal against James DeGale, and I thought he schooled Nathan Cleverly. So it looks like he's been getting better and better. I think Badou Jack is one of those guys that he gets better the older he gets. So I think it might be a situation where right now Badou Jack is at his peak. He's at the best he could ever be. And right now Adonis Stevenson is on the slide. So I think what we're going to see is, because, well, first of all, I think Badou Jack doesn't hit as hard as Adonis Stevenson. I think Adonis Stevenson is the puncher. But I think when it comes to, fundamentals, Adonis Stevenson can box himself. I've seen him box on the back foot. He can box, but he really just has a right hand. He throws that right hand, or is it a left hand? But he has like one big power punch that he throws over and over again. But when it comes to Badou Jack, I think he has better fundamentals. The thing I worry about Badou Jack is just his punch resistance, because Badou Jack, I've always felt like it was a bit chinny. He got dropped by Badou Jack. No, he got dropped by James DeGale, I believe. Yes, he did. He also got dropped by, he got stopped by that journeyman that I forgot his name. But in the same token, I've always felt that like Stevenson was a bit chinny because he himself was dropped. He got dropped by Andres from 4. He got stopped by Darner and Boone. Although Darner and Boone has knocked out several people, but still, both of these guys have been dropped. I see a lot of people saying they either see Adonis Stevenson KOing Badou Jack, or they see Badou Jack winning via decision. I wouldn't count out Badou Jack winning via knockout. Again, Adonis Stevenson is 40 years old now, and Badou Jack is very accurate, in my opinion. And like I said, he's been dropped by guys who aren't necessarily monster punchers. Badou Jack, I think, is I don't think he's a devastating puncher, but I think he does have punching power. Both of these guys turned pro at 168. Now they're fighting at 175. So they both have that one thing in common. It's not like It's not like Adonis Stevenson is a big light heavyweight. Matter of fact, Badou Jack is taller because Badou Jack is like 6'2", 6'3". Adonis Stevenson is a short light heavyweight. He's 5'10". And like I said, they turned pro at 168. They're both former super middleweights, so there's not going to be no advantage. Badou Jack actually has the advantage in terms of height, but I think in terms of reach, Adonis Stevenson has the advantage. But yeah, I'm definitely rooting. Again, I think it's a 50-50 fight, but to be honest with you, I actually hope that Badou Jack wins, because Adonis Stevenson has been around for ages already. Like, he's been a champion now for like 4 or 5 years. And again, he's at that age where he's at the end of his career. So I would actually like it to be like a passing of the torch moment, if you get what I'm saying. Not because I don't like Adonis Stevenson. It's just because I think like he's in the end of his career at this point. And it'll be nice to see somebody else with that WBC belt other than Adonis Stevenson that has had it for like 5 years already. So I'm actually rooting for Adonis Stevenson. I mean, Badou Jack to dethrone Adonis Stevenson. But again, I'm not counting him out. I think, if he does manage to beat Badou Jack, that'll be a good win for him and his resume. Adonis Stevenson and Sergey Kovalev never fought. They should have fought back in 2013, 2014, but they never fought. That's why I actually want Adonis Stevenson to lose, because I actually think Badou Jack would probably be more willing to unify with guys like Sergey Kovalev, or maybe defend his belt against like the Groznik or something. Because I don't feel like Adonis Stevenson cares about he ever cared about wanting to unify with someone like Sergey Kovalev. So, and I think he ducked him. So that's why I actually prefer, and I actually hope that Badou Jack wins, not because he'll just be a new champion and someone different in the division, but also he's more willing, I think, to fight top guys. I mean, if you look at Badou Jack, he's fought a lot of tough competition. He's fought, George Groves. He's fought James DeGale, Lucien Bute. If he fights Adonis Stevenson, that's another top one. So I just feel like he's more willing to challenge himself. I think he's more in it for the legacy, obviously for the money, but I think he's more of a legacy person than Badou Jack. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of this fight. Like I said, I'm picking Badou Jack, but because I want him to win, and I think he does have the ability to beat someone like Adonis Stevenson. But again, I won't be surprised if Adonis Stevenson wins, because I've always been a little suspect with Jack's punch resistance, man. And yeah, I'm out.